Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Really excited to give this one a go. I'm going to be playing as Shadowcat from the latest expansion for Mutant Genesis for Marvel Champions. Going to see how she plays, try and learn what she's like, see how much we like her before we decide who we're going to use for the actual campaign for Mutant Genesis. I also have next to me Colossus, Phoenix and Cyclops ready to go. If you've got any hints or tips on how to play her and any mistakes to make or things I can improve on, please let me know and I will try and get back to you. If you enjoy this type of video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And leave any comments if you want to ask any questions or chat, and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Let's get this one played and see what she's like. Okay, so we're going to be playing Kitty Pryde, who's also known as Shadowcat. She looks really cool. She's got an aggression deck built, so we're going to play that. And she ignores some different things, and she's got her solid mass upgrade and her phased upgrade, which to me looks a little bit like the one you get with Vision as well. And she's got a really nice 6-card hand size, as all of them seem to have in alter ego form, and then 9 HP, so hopefully she'll be nice and strong. We can kind of figure out what she does as we go. Start with the solid side of her mass upgrade thing. It says exhaust this card, generate a aggression resource for an attack or a defense event, and response after you attack or defend in solid mass form. You have to flip it over. So when you flip it over, it gives you phased form. It says while she is defending, she cannot take damage. So force response after you attack or defend in main fist mass form, flip this card. So you want to be having this out when she's attacking to get free resources to attack. This side on when she's about to be attacked. She can defend the damage and take no damage, which is good if you've got big hits coming in, especially if you're about to die or something with Rhino. So let's see what she's like and what her cards play like, and how it goes. Really excited to start. So we'll get 6 cards out. Phased Strike, which gives us 6 damage to an enemy if you're in phased mass form. You may discard an attachment with the text hero action or hero response from that enemy. Nice. We've got Wolverine as an ally, which is awesome. I love Wolverine. Kind of want to get him out. But also there's other cards out here which also look quite good. We've got Phased Strike, which is giving us deal 6 damage to an enemy if you're in that. So we've got 2 of those. Wolverine attacks gains piercing for any attacks, and he does 3 damage, and he's got 4 health. Obviously the double strength, which is awesome. We've got an upgrade for attached to an X-Men ally, max 1 training, upgrade per ally. The attached ally gets +1 attack and +2 hit points. So this would be good to go on Wolverine right now if I can get it on him. He'll give him 4 attack and he'll end up with 6 health. But he will only get 2 turns still, because he'll have 2 attacks, and he can maybe do a bit of thwarting maybe, but it's not going to get him very far. So it's still the same kind of thing. It's not really going to be worth getting out with the 1 for the 1 cost. It's going to be to add this on, because he'll only get 2 extra health, taking him to 6. He'd still die after 6, but he could maybe thwart a little bit. But after your turn begins, you heal 1 from Wolverine, so he can heal back up actually, so it might be worth doing. So he's got 6 health, and then he's still got 3 health, and he might be useful in other ways. The X-Mansion, exhaust the X-Mansion to heal 1 damage from a mutant or X-Men character. So you can heal the damage as well with this. And exhaust X-Men to heal 1 damage from a mutant or X-Men character. Any player whose alter ego has a mutant trait may trigger this ability. So Mutant Kitty Pryde can do that. We could end up getting this out, which would be quite nice. Doing Wolverine. After you attack or defend in solid mass form, you have to flip that card. So it might be nice to get Wolverine out. 1 heal, but then we're not getting these phased strikes, which are going to give us 6 damage. And can remove cards if the enemy's got any like attachments or anything. These are really nice. Seems like I've got them quite early, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe about a quarter of the way in, 50% of the way in. Might be good to get time to get those. I'd say better maybe. The mansion seems really cool as well. Healing damage, always good. If I do that, I'm not going to be able to get Wolverine out, because this resource can only be used for an attack resource. So either I attack and get one of these out and lower its cost, and then still have some of these to pay for that, or I Won't have enough resources though, because that attack will drop that to 2. Then I'll need these. Then to get Wolverine out, I'd need 4. I'm not going to be able to get Wolverine out. Could maybe get the X-Mansion out and then hope for something else. So yeah, I'm going to flip to Kitty Pryde to Shadowcat form. She gets 2 for attack and defense. While you're in phased mass form, Shadowcat ignores guard and patrol and any crisis icons, but we don't have that. So I kind of want to do this phased strike just to be able to see what it does. So I'm going to put my discard over here. I'm going to spend the exhausted card to generate the attack and the double card to do 6 damage to Rhino, which is nice. Knocking him to 8. Now I could quite easily do this other card, which would knock him another 6 and knock him down to 2 health straight away. Or I could try and get Wolverine out and figure out some of this other stuff and save that for something else. I can only put this on an ally, so I can't actually use it right now because I don't have an ally out. I don't think Wolverine needs this extra hit points, so I'm going to play these 2 to get the X-Mansion out, which can then heal either Wolverine or Shadowcat if needed. So I've got the support there of the X-Mansion, which will give us 1 damage from a mutant or an X-Men character. So she's both mutant and X-Men, and Wolverine is an X-Man as well. So I'm going to keep that card for later. I'm only going to withdraw back up 5 cards at the end of my turn. Oh, too many. I'll put that at the bottom. That was a mistake. I haven't actually done my turn with Kitty Pryde herself. This should have 1 on it to start with as well. This taking and breaking, or whatever it's called, the break-in scheme should have 1 for each hero. So she's going to attack, which will do 2 damage as well. So, you know, if I wasn't trying to do a learning game, I could have hit phased attack, that 3 cost card twice. Killed Rhino's first stage in 1 turn, which would have been insane. We've also got a magic character here who's really cool. She does, after you play Magic Round, spend a science resource to choose a non-elite minion, engage with the X-Men hero, and shuffle that minion into the encounter deck. So you kind of just get rid of them, get them out of play. We've got Airwalk, which removes 2 threat from a scheme and 4 threat instead if you're in phased mass form. Because we attacked with that card, it should have been flipped as well to phased anyway. But we attacked, this was an attack, wasn't it? Attack, yeah. So we attacked, which would have flipped it. Then we attacked with Shadowcat, which would have flipped it again. So we're in the kind of wrong form, but doesn't matter too badly. We've still got our 9 health, we don't need to heal yet. This is quite a nice one with the phased. We're not in phased, we're in solid. Hero action, deal 3 damage to an enemy, ready your hero, 2 cost. Quite nice. And then hero response. After you ignore the guard or patrol keyword on a minion, exhaust acute control and deal 2 damage to that minion. So that's quite good, but I don't think we're going to need it this round. So I can either spend all 4 of these to get Wolverine out, or I can try and get Magic out and not get Wolverine out and maybe do something else that's a little bit better. Like some of these are attacks. I can try and get one of them out. Deal 3 damage to an enemy and ready your hero. So I could potentially do that. Get the extra... Oh no, I don't get one thing. I want to get Wolverine out next round, so that's what I'm going to do. I've ready these anyway. He's going to do 1 scheme, and he's going to attack me for 2 + 1, which is 3. So I'll knock myself down to 6. Knock down to 6, right, okay. Then he's going to give me a card, which is breaking and taking. This is the side scheme he pulls out at level 2, so we're going to end up fighting this off twice. It's got 3 on it because we've got 1 hero, and this gives us an extra crisis card, whatever it's called, encounter card, sorry, every time we get to that round. So we need to get rid of that straight away because that's a pain to deal with. So we don't want that card, we want to get rid of it as soon as possible, which means we're going to have to bring out these to pay for Wolverine, because I really want Wolverine in because I love him. He's my favourite X-Men character, especially this yellow suit. The card, as you can see, is really cool. The art's really nice. So really cool. And he gets piercing and he gets the heal after every turn. So if I do a thwart with him, which I'm going to do now to take one off that, and I do a thwart with Shadowcat, I've not done an attack and defense, so this doesn't flip. I get rid of this 3 and that card goes away. But that's better than having it come out and batter me. And then we've got re-stand. I could have flipped, but I don't know what power is on the other side. It's flip your mass form upgrade. You could limit it to once per round. So I could have flipped it and put it to phased, but I don't really know if that's the right idea. I'll stick with it for now. These can be standing up again. I can either defend or I can... Oh, he should have taken one consequential. So he's on 3. So he'll heal that back at the next round most probably. Or I could have exhausted the expansion actually to stop him from doing it, so there we go. Actually no, I'll stick with it. And I'll use the expansion to get Shadowcat health back. 7. He's going to scheme for 1. He's going to attack for 2 plus 2, which is 4, knocking me down to 3. And then we'll get a counter card. Give Rhino a tough status card. If he's already got one, the card getting said. He hasn't got one already, so give him a toughness. So we want to get rid of that straight away if we can. We should have drawn cards in case we wanted to interrupt. So he gets 5 cards. She gets phased and confused. Team strike. These I should have had these out before because it would have given us potential interrupts, but it didn't, so it's not a big deal. This phased and confused is an upgrade you can attach to an enemy, max per 1 enemy. When the attached enemy would attack, you discard this card instead and then confuse the enemy. It costs 3. That sounds quite good. Team strike, you can only play this sure it has the X-Men trait. Exhaust your hero and any number of X-Men allies, deal X amount of damage among the enemies in play, where X is the total attack of the characters you exhausted. So this is quite good for healing up for Wolverine and stuff. So he's going to heal 1 anyway. But you don't have to spend Wolverine to do the attack, which saves him from taking 2 consequential damage. So you can kind of pay that to do it. This is your interrupt. When you spend this card to play an attack event, that event deals 1 additional damage. So we want to attack, and we could play them together, and that would give us an extra attack on top of what we've already got. This team strike again is the same one, so it would do same thing. So we don't need both of those right now. Upgrade after you ignore the crisis icon on a scheme, exhaust, intangible interference, remove 2 threat from that scheme. So we can't really use these 2 at all. We want to give this upgrade thing to our main man over there, Rhino. I don't really want to exhaust to do the stuff I wanted to do, so I'm going to go through those 3 to pay for this upgrade, which I'll put onto Rhino. Next time he goes to attack, he's going to be confused instead. And I want to then do 1 health to Shadowcat back to 4. I want her to attack for 2, which will take off his toughness. And then Wolverine to attack for 3, which will give him 2 consequential damage. So that should do 3 damage to him, knocking him to 3. And then Rhino, this should have flipped as well. So we're now in the phase mass form, so if I defend with her she won't take any damage. So I'm going to restand everyone. Defend with Shadowcat so she can't get... I don't need to defend, she's not getting damaged anyway, he's going to get confused. So that card's really helping us now, that upgrade, because he's going to get confused. He's going to do 1 scheme. He'll try to attack, but this will go and he'll get confused, which again means he can't thwart or scheme going forward. We will then have a card, Assault. When revealed, if you know from the villain attacks you, so he does an attack of 2 plus 1 when I defend this one. which was 3. So I defended that one, so she's exhausted. This will then flip over because I defended. I should have drawn cards because I'm a plonker, but I didn't. So I'm back to, I've got to keep doing that. I need to shuffle these again because I've just done that twice now. I know what's on the bottom. Well, I didn't really look, but I could know what's on the bottom if I were paying attention. We've still got our cards from before. So we've got an airwalk card which removes 2 threat from a scheme, or 4 instead if you're in phased mass form. We're not at the minute, we're in solid, but I could use an attack maybe if I can. Choose an enemy, that enemy attacks you, deal 5 damage to that enemy. So he could attack me and I could do damage back, or I could not. Start this turn, I might as well heal 1 off. He's going anyway, getting 1 back. 1 off there. I should have had 3 consequential loss on him, so it should be at 2. She's very close to death, so I think I need to do some attacks and stuff and then flip to my other form, but I also need to do a bit of scheme removal. If I'm in phased mass, I can't attack really, I don't think, unless I do this. Then he'll attack me back. I don't really want to do an attack, but I get an extra damage, which will give him 6 damage. But 3 damage on me could kill me, so it's not ideal. This plays under any one player. After you change form, discard this card and ready your hero. So it might be nice to try and change form and ready her. So if I flip to my other side, I don't want to get attacked because it'll, not right now anyway, maybe soon. I want to do that. Don't need the extra hit points, but extra attack's always nice. Airwalk will remove some threat, but I can kind of remove threat anyway. If I can, I just want to flip your mass form once, so I want to flip that. Then I want to spend to do this as well, so I want to do that. I also want to try and keep that for later. I'm going to have to pay that to do that, which gets me to ready my hero. I can then do 3 health to get myself back to 6 a bit quicker than normal. I can then pay for this to do the airwalk thing, which is 4 if I'm in phase mass form. So 4 threat off there, wipe all of that clean. Gets us a nice position ready for next round. I don't want to attack for 3 with Wolverine because he will die, so I'm not going to. I can't pay for this because I'm in the wrong. Oh, I did defend. Oh no, I flipped that so I could do a threat, which isn't a defense or an attack. So I kind of need this to flip so I can pay for that, which is a shame. Maybe next time. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to 6 cards. Some cards we've seen, double energy, always useful. Very happy with that. You've got the Shadowcat Surprise, which deals 3 damage to an enemy and readies your hero. We've got things like, again, another one of these to ready your hero after you change form. So I could potentially heal, change form, do loads of stuff here. I've got lots of cool cards. I haven't got any interrupt, I don't think. No, so I can't interrupt the actions of him, so he's gonna scheme for 1, then scheme for 1 plus 1, which is 2, so this takes it to 3 for this one. That's nice, not too bad. And then he'll give us an encounter card, crowd control. Panicked civilians crowd the area. It's difficult to move around without putting them at risk. Get the people to safety. Crisis icon, while the scheme's in play, you can't remove threat from the main scheme. So it's got 2 per player on it. It's not really a lot to deal with, to be honest. So I can deal with that. Kitty Pryde should have restood because she only healed. Now I can heal and then ready this card when I change form. I've got 2 of these as well. And I can deal 3 damage to an enemy and ready my hero. So it can only be done on hero side, but if I heal for 3, back to 9. Flip over. After you change form, discard this card, ready your hero, so I can pay for that to Do it with one of these maybe. That's quite a good card to have though. Choose an enemy that enemy attacks you, deal 5 damage to that enemy. I don't really think that toe to toe is a good card. I don't want to do it. This is going to ready him anyway. Anyway, even get a ready and give me chance to. I should have done no power on the other side before I flipped. I should have done flip your form. So I'm going to do that now. Pretend I did it before because I'm just getting used to the character. Exhaust it now to spend it for an attack card. If I've got an attack, I haven't got an attack card. I have, yeah. If I've got an attack card, so exhaust that to get 1 off this cost. Then I am going to. What else do I want to get in? Kind of want to play this as well. So I'm going to pay the 2 energy to do 1 for that and 1 for that. So that then I get the upgrade up here. I'm going to give it to Wolverine, so he's got 6 health now, and he does +1 damage, so he'll do 4 damage. Haven't actually healed with the expansion, so I'm going to take one of these off as well then. And he should have lost 1 at the start of the round, which I think I did, but I can't remember. So that's quite cool. I'm going to keep this level 1 card. I paid for that, didn't I? Which means, oh no, I haven't done hair action yet, so I need to do something with hair. I'm going to thwart with hair for 2 to take this off. I am then going to, the card I played before, I should have restood her. Pay for this, sorry, to restand her. Doing 3 damage to the enemy as well, knocking him to 0, so into phase 2. This should have gone into discard. Phase 2 is get the breaking and taking side scheme out. Oh, I shouldn't have schemed before because I got the confuse on him. I'll just leave it there for now in case he doesn't spend the next confuse for his next scheme. Breaking and taking's already been, and I beat it out before. 3 thwart. So that's not too bad of a card to get out right now because we know we can beat that. It's got 3 on it. I can do that right now with Wolverine and Shadowcat. So I can just thwart for 2, thwart for 1, take 1 consequential damage, take that off. Breaking and taking's gone and we don't have an extra card to deal with. End of our turn, everyone restands. She didn't attack. Oh, she did do the attack, that's an attack, so this card should have flipped. These can already stand. Wolverine's going to attack for 4 damage next round. We will get 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I'm going to start just trying to batter on damage now. Upgrade, attached to a minion, gets 2 hit points and gains patrol. When the attached minion is defeated, remove 4 threat from the main scheme. Not really a big fan of that. I'm more of a fan of this, confusing him and stopping him from attacking. So both of these are going to go on that. And I may spend to get an attack. I think I'm going to defend because that'll flip my form over and I can kind of get this for free then. And then I can spend this baby. Oh, I don't know. I'll have a look next round. So he's going to do 1 scheme. He's going to attack. I'm going to defend for 2. He's going to attack for 3 plus 1, which is 4. So I'm taking 2 damage, which is 7. Then I'll get a card. Attached to Rhino, he gets +3. When Rhino attacks, the attack gains overkill. Excess damage to an ally from this attack is dealt to that ally's controller. At the end of this attack, discard the charge. Right, okay. So that's going to do +3. Overkill, excess damage from an ally. Dealt to an ally from this attack is dealt to that ally's controller. So he's going to do 6 damage, which is quite a lot. So I defended then actually, and I was in phased, so I don't take any damage. So I can take 6, but 6 if it's a 6 + 3, it's quite nasty. So we hopefully won't want that. That'll flip it over to this side. I need to do an attack now to get it back to the other side. So I have to do this somehow. So I'm going to spend this to do toe to toe. Means I choose an enemy that the enemy attacks me and I deal 5 damage to him. So his health should have gone. No, his health should have gone to 16. So he's getting 16 damage. I'm going to spend that to do that, which is 16 health, so he'll go down to 11 and I'll be attacked by him. And I am going to be in... I've just attacked with that, so I've got to flip over again to phased. Can't defend with that. But I can take this damage, I think. When Rhino attacks, the attack gained overkill. So he's getting 6 plus 2, which is 8. This knocks me to 1 health. My expansion is going to take me to 2. He should have lost 1 at the start of the round. I'm now on 2 health. This can go now that I've done that. Oh. The main scheme's got 4 on it. Wolverine needs to do some damage. He's not killing enough stuff. I can attach this so the Rhino cannot attack this round, which is then meaning I might as well flip, but then it'll give me more scheme. So I'm gonna try and play this for level 3. After you change form, discard and ready my hero. So I could upgrade this and then not do the attached enemy thing. Or I could stop him attacking and just go all out attack. So he can't attack now because I've done that to him. He's getting phased and confused. Phased out of the game, son. That's what I say. And a 4 attack to him, knocking him to 7. Next round we're just going all out attack. We're going to kill him before he can kill us. He's doing 1 here, knocking it to 5 overall. So let's put a 5 there. Then we've got everyone to stand again. To stand, I could defend if I need to, but I don't because of that thing. I can get 5 cards out. Deck's running quite thin. Lockheed, toe to toe, quick shift. Colossus as an ally. Colossus is one of my favourites too. Colossus and Wolverine make such a good team. I think they are amazing together. So 1 extra threat on here. He will not do an attack because he can't. And then this goes on and get confused, but he's already confused because I forgot to take that off before. And then he's going to give us a card. The Villain Schemes. That's annoying because this confused should have stopped him scheming earlier, and that's kind of lost us the level. So I'm going to carry on as if I'd done that before, and I should have blocked out 2 damage earlier. Because otherwise we're going to lose the level. And I'm going to have to stop the video and start again. So we'll pretend that I did the scheme properly and we got 2 for it earlier. So we'll pretend that I did it in the right time. And then we're not as far behind as we should be. As it is showing there anyway. So we would have been alive if I'd have played it properly and not missed the rule before. Then it's back to our turn. Wolverine heals for 1. Kitty Pryde gets healed for 1 up to 3. Lockheed can do 1 thwart and 1 attack. After he enters play, if you're in solid mass form, you get to deal 2 damage. And if you're in phased, you get to remove 2 threat. So he can come in and help. Toe to toe. I could attack and then I could block with Shadowcat because you can't take any damage in that form. That would do 5 damage and Wolverine would do 4 and that'd kill him off. I could try and get Colossus in as well. He'd do 3 damage. Reduce the cost of big Colossus by 1 if you're X-Men, so he'd come in for 3 cost. So I could do a lot of things here. There's a lot of ways to kill. This quick shift card, as well as when an enemy attacks if you're in solid mass form, get to change to phased mass form. And phased mass form, you draw 2 cards. That's really nice, but I don't need that right now. So we'll get Lockheed in just for a laugh, because he's cool. I'm in phased form, so we remove 2 threat from the scheme. Just get them the right way up. We've paid for that with that. I'm going to have to pay with Colossus to do the toe to toe, which does 5 damage to him. I'm going to block out the damage back to me because he attacks me. So I do 5 to him, knocking him to 2. Then we've got him attacking me back, which should be 3 plus 2, which is 5, but I've taken no damage because I've blocked it. Wolverine is going to want to do some damage, but Lockheed's in there. Let me help. I want to do some damage. So he does a damage of 1, knocking him down to 1 on his last legs. Rhino looks at Wolverine and is crying his eyes out. And Wolverine, I'm gonna finish you. 4 attack, dead. So if I'd have played it properly, I wouldn't have got anywhere near that threat increase problem. And she's actually a really cool character to play. She's got lots of cool cards. We managed to get through most of the deck, so we've seen most of her cards. Kind of enjoyed how she played. There's some things that I found a little bit weird. I'm not sure they were needed in this match, but I think they'll be good for other fights. You know, like this card with the +2 hit points and gaining control for the minion and getting rid of 4 threat. We didn't really need it against Rhino, but would be really good against others. And she doesn't have a lot of threat removal. Kitty's Room, I didn't see that. Exhaust Kitty's Room. If you are in solid mass form, you heal 2 damage. Phased mass form, you draw a card. Oh wow, that seems like a really, really powerful card if you can get it out early doors. So would have been nice if I could have had that at the top of the deck and got it out straight away. And then this Shadowcat surprise is really good as well. Deal 3 damage and then ready your hero again. So you can get one of those things off this card, off the not phased form, the solid mass form. Get one of the attack powers from that, and then you're only paying 1 cost to get 3 damage and ready your hero again. Really, really nice hero, really fun, really enjoyed it. Have you tried her? Please, if you have, let me know what your favourite strategies are and how to play her. If you haven't, then please leave any comments if you've got any questions, or ask anything in the comments. And if you would do me a favour and please subscribe to the channel, it would really help. Trying to push over 200 at the minute. We're not far off it, so fingers crossed that can happen soon. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you on the next X-Men adventure.